Maybe doing 1/10 of the roster in one video was a bad idea. That's right, bitches! I'm doing every Fire Emblem character in Smash in one video because I hate these guys! Every time I've thought about doing them, I get this wave of ugh. So this time around, I'm not pulling any punches. I'm getting them out of the way right here, right now. Here's the rundown. We're going to be trying to move a little faster than we usually do. We have 8 fucking characters to burn through this time around, so dilly-dallying is just not happening. My usual cool transition animations, I have nothing for these guys. To be clear, I don't care for most of these characters. That doesn't mean I didn't try or didn't do my research, but Fire Emblem is not my favorite series. If I missed something, please let me know. I'm really not trying to hurt anybody's feelings. If a single person mentions heroes in the comments, I'm gonna skin them alive! Thank you to the Tired White Mages for giving me a hand on this. You two made this shit so much easier than it was gonna be. Other things we'll address as we come up. So let's hop into it! Marth! Marth's alts are blah. It's literally just recolors. Oh no, these two are based on enemy units, for fuck's sake. The basic plan is to give him something more akin to, like, alts that reference Fire Emblem protagonists from different games, and other things that we'll cover as we go along. Let's hop in! Alt 1 is Marth, as he appears in Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon on the DS. And New Mystery of the Emblem, which is also on the DS. Oops. He's had a couple of other incarnations from before then, but they're so close to this design that I don't think they'll work as alts. Alt 2 is his palette of when he was taken over by a evil dragon or something during Fire Emblem Engage. He's so fucking red, and I actually really love the colors on this guy. He's pretty neat. Alt 3 is one heavily based on Leaf, with red hair, a white and blue fit, and a red cape. He has an alt like this already, but I made it better. Zing! Alt 4 is based on Camus, one of Marth's friends from the OG games. Kinda surprised he has friends. Once again, he technically has an alt based on this in the main game, but I gave it a little kick in the pants. Alt 5 is an alt based on Crest Toothpaste, aka the protagonist of Fire Emblem Engage, Alear. He's very white and bright blues and reds. Alear's design has actually grown a lot on me since I first saw it. He went from looking stupid to making me smile from looking stupid, you know? Alt 6 is based on Lyn from Fire Emblem The Blazing Blade. I have some thoughts about the Blazing Blade that we'll get into later, but for now, Lyn's colors fit very well on Marth, I think. Alt 7 is based on his appearance as a shadow. We'll be seeing a lot of these. But for now, it looks really cool. Alt 8 is his design pulled from Tokyo Mirage Sessions FE Sharp. Holy fuck, that's a title and a half! I actually really like his design in Tokyo Mirage Sessions FE Sharp. It's a good re-envisioning of what he looked like as a Persona user or something. Tokyo Mirage Sessions FE Sharp. His classic alt is based on his look in the first ever game, Fire Emblem on the NES. Has a reworked physique, face shape, hair, you know, the usual. He's looking pretty classic. Whew! Okay, first one down. Marth is neat from a design standpoint, but his alts are very weak. Now they're cooler. Next one up! Roy. Roy's our boy, and why does he have a whole new redesign? What? It's sort of a mix between his classic look and his look in Fire Emblem Awakening. I don't fully understand why. If I had to guess, when he was reworked in Smash 4, they only had the time or money budget for one character model, but Sakurai wanted both represented. Either way, we're bringing both back. The references that are in Roy's current alt selection are kind of neat, but we're going to bring them way up. Alt 1 is his look pulled from both Melee and his appearance in Fire Emblem The Binding Blade. Looks good, right? Well, what if he was fucking purple? Alt 2 is based on Zephyl, the chuckle fuck from Binding Blade. He's the main villain or something? I don't know. Also, these colors look really nice on Roy, if I'm being real. I like him a lot. Alt 3 is based on a shadow variant from Fire Emblem Fates. Whoa! Alt 4 is a full costume based on his appearance in Fire Emblem Awakening. He's got his white armor, his dumbass shoulder pauldron, and a torn cape, and a pinker haircut, which I love. Pink red is such a pretty color. His cape has actually been moved, detaching at his back like normal instead of being wrapped around his arm. It looks pretty weird normally. Wouldn't that be impractical during combat? Whatever. Alt 5 is based on Marcus, one of Roy's companions in The Binding Blade. A good recolor, if I don't say so myself. Having an orange that works to the peanut butter of Alt 2's jelly. peanut butter and jelly. Alt 6 isn't Roy! Ha! Gotcha! It's actually Roy's daddy, Eliwood from Fire Emblem The Blazing Blade. This may seem kind of weird at first blush, but The Blazing Blade was actually the first Fire Emblem game released in the US, and was one that established a ton of tropes that made Fire Emblem stand out years before Awakening came out and made FE like the star it is today. Basically, it's weird that there isn't a Blazing Blade character in Smash. It's actually one of the reasons people still, to this day, request Lyn or Hector. I kicked his colors a bit into the darker region in order to better differentiate him from Roy, but overall, yeah, this is Eliwood. He didn't even get an announcer voice line, like, Eliwood! Alt 7 is a recolor of Eliwood based on Hector. He's a big old guy, and Eliwood's best friend. Feels like a natural recolor choice. It also makes it so that all three of the mainline, like, Trinity from the Blazing Blade is represented in Smash in some way or another, which is neat. Alt 8 is our final Eliwood ult, based on his outfit when he's actually a dad in Fire Emblem The Binding Blade. That fit looks so fucking comfy, and I'm not kidding. Our classic ult looks like this, bulkier with other minor variations. This is based on this pre-release promotional render. He doesn't really change too much, but I do dig this from both a referential standpoint and a design standpoint. Kinda reminds me of OOT Ganondorf having a sword from the Space World 2000 tech demo. Whoo! That was a huge one! Had a lot of references to burn through, and even a new character. Fun! Let's keep this ball rolling! Ike, Smash's first and only heavyweight swordfire. He's actually the only FE character who has a real proper alternate costume, gender differences notwithstanding. They're okay. They're not bad, but we can upgrade the ones we're keeping and throw in a few new ones. Let's get started! Alt 1 is Ike as he appears as a ranger in the first game, Fire Emblem The Path of Radiance. It's not The Path of Radiance, it's just Path of Radiance, my bad. It's basically exactly how he looks in Smash. He looks good. Alt 2 is a recolor based on Sigurd, one of the protagonists of Fire Emblem Genealogy of the Holy War. What is with Fire Emblem games and having stupidly long and absurd titles? I'm gonna fucking lose it. A funny thing happens to Sigurd. Not gonna say what, but it sure is funny. So, funny thing with Fire Emblem characters in Smash, a lot of them actually do have alternate fits in their main games, usually when they upgrade their class in-game, but they're never in the Smash games for some reason. I really, really don't know why, but there's such a layup that I can't resist. So, Alt 3 is Ike as he appears as the Lord class in Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. He gets a full makeover with a new green robe thingy, an armor plate, a new cape, you know, the whole 9 yards. It's a pretty sick design if I'm gonna be real, but I'm a bit of a sucker for green. Alt 4 is heavily based on Greel, Ike's daddy. I probably could have done a full alt, but Ike has a few alts already, and I didn't fucking want to, okay? I like yellow and brown Ike, sue me. Alt 5 is Ike as he appears as his hero class in Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. He's bulkier, more musclier, and has been mewing for 3 years straight. I take it back. Alt 6 is his fucking shadow appearance. It's like a shadow. Alt 7 is his fit as a Vanguard in Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. He's got more armor, looks even bulkier, and looks to be almost a counterpart to the Black Knight, Ike's main rival in these two games. Speaking of which, Alt 8 is a recolor of his Vanguard outfit that's been shifted to look like the Black Knight himself. He's all brown. Is he supposed to be brown? He's pretty brown in game. He's also got this nice crimson cape. I actually love the Black Knight's design. He looks really cool. His classic alt is... well, this is a problem. Ike doesn't really have potential for a classic alt. Fuck. This is bad. Okay, here's what we'll do. For characters where there's just nothing, and when I say nothing, I mean nothing for classic alt potential, we're going to make something. For Ike, we'll give him a mild redesign to make him look closer to the design conventions of Fire Emblem on the NES. Sort of a hypothetical, what if Ike was an NES character? If you have any other ideas for classic alts, especially for these guys, please let me know, because this is whack. Anyway, that was a hell of a speed bump, but we got through it. And now Ike's ults are done. Let's keep this ball rolling. Lucina! Anyone else thinks Lucina looks weird when capitalized? No? Just me? Okay. Okay, so we can go ahead and toss Lucina's Lord outfit in here as an ult, but otherwise, Trans Marth has got nothing. So I'm just going to be working off her current set of ults and giving them a kick in the pants. And fuck it, we'll toss her mask appearance in with her ZR ults. It only makes sense, right? I'm not going to do like the transformation thing I usually do because it's all the same fucking thing. They'll just be displayed side by side. Whew! Alt 1 is based on Lucina's initial appearance in Fire Emblem Awakening. She's doing her best Marth cosplay. I'm so happy for her. She's so Hamilton core. Alt 2 is based on Nawi, both in Smash and here. I'm not putting her on screen because Jesus Christ, Fire Emblem. Alt 3 is based on Tiki, a recurring character in the Fire Emblem games. Usually doesn't happen because of the nature of the games. It's neat that there's at least one character that doesn't fucking leave. She's also a dragon. Recurring character in good games, has good moveset potential. She should have been in over Corin. Alt 4 is the fucking Shadow again! Alt 5 is her fit as a Great Lord with armor and stuff. She's so fucking cool. Adding armor to any character makes them 400 times cooler without fail, I swear to God. I would use the masked variant of this alt constantly if I liked how Lucina played. Alt 6 is based on Cersei, this badass girl from Awakening. She's fucking rad, even for renders always have her facing away from the camera for some reason. But the pink hair, the black clothes, the white armor, she's really neat. Alt 7 is based on Lisa, Chrome's sister and Lucina's aunt. She's very yellow and brown, a popular color scheme among Fire Emblem characters it seems, and honestly I'm all for it, it's a good palette. Alt 8 is all about Cordelia, this other gal from Awakening, another good design, and translates to this red-ass, pink-ass alt a lot. She's pretty neat, and this alt is even neater. Her classic alt is another unique design, like Ike, based heavily on how Marth looks in his classic appearance. I like this design a lot, actually. I think it turned out pretty well. I forgot to write a thing for the end scroll for Lucina, so I think all of her alts just turned out really well. I like these a lot. This is the one I'm the least confident in though, like color wise and reference wise, so like once again, if you have any suggestions, please leave it in the comments. Please. Hey guys, figure we could use a little break to just chill out for a little bit, because you know, lots of stuff going on. If you're enjoying things, be sure to, you know, subscribe. It really helped me out, make me happy. Robin's ults are fine, but there's stronger references we can toss in. Oh, sorry, had my auto Connor on. He spouts some of my most repeated lines. Smash ults are weak sometimes. Glitch Tail is terrible. Fuck Tears of the Kingdom. See? Anyway, Alt 1 is Robin's default appearance. Went for male this time around, but I'll mix it up here and there as we keep going through these alts. That robe looks so comfy. Alt 2 is Robin's default appearance, but as a girl. I like the pigtails, they're alright, and that robe still looks fucking comfy. Alt 3 is Robin's promotion outfit. He's rocking it, I think. The purple looks really nice on him. Alt 4 is Robin's promotion outfit. She's rocking it, I think. That armor looks really nice on her. Alt 5 is the fucking shadow. The fucking shadow alts again. They keep creeping up on me. Help. Alt 6. Alt 7 isn't Robin. Instead, it's the male version of Morgan, Robin's kid. What do you know? You have a child who becomes the parent, and a parent that becomes the child. Wacky-do. Like with Elliewood, Morgan here would go ahead and get a new announcer voice line. Alt 8 is the female version of Morgan, because it just makes sense. Robin's classic alt is... let's make it based on their appearance and their pre-rendered cutscenes with a shadowy face and just general look. This is how they first appear in their own game and is a pretty trippy and neat looking alt. That's Robin's ults. I know I removed a lot of the color from these variants, but I wanted all of these as options, and to me it would have felt wrong to have, say, the female Morgan and not the male Morgan, or the male Shadow and not the female Shadow, so we're rolling with this. I hope that's okay. Oh, and here's a bonus. Thanks again, twins, for helping me with the video. I really appreciate it. Corin. I have to talk about Corin now. Listen, I'm going to be upfront. Corin is one of the 2 characters in Smash that I wholeheartedly believe does not belong here. They were only, and I mean only, added because Fire Emblem Fates, widely considered a bad set of games, had just come out, and hey, Smash is a great marketing opportunity here. Oh my god, we have to. Like, you know how Black Adam was added to Multiverses, and everyone could kind of tell that he was only added because the movie was coming out, and now that the movie has come and gone, Black Adam just kind of feels weird and completely out of place? Yeah, Corin is the Black Adam of Super Smash Bros. Having said that, Corin has the potential to have some of the most inspired alts in Smash. Each of the 2 variants of Fire Emblem Fates has a unique promotion as a noble of whatever side you choose. So that's gonna make this pretty easy and look pretty clean. Who would have known? Alt 1 is female Corin because I like drawing her more, and it's more interesting on the roster this way. And this is how she showed up in Engage. She's looking snazzy with them dogs out. Holy shit, I cannot believe I just said that. Alt 2 is male Corin. He's chillin', vibin', and even posing. He also exists. Alt 3 is based on her look as she appears as Noshidan royalty. I actually really like this design. It's extremely sleek despite its complex detailing. The little drape here really brings it all together. On the reference I used, this was about the point in the drawing process where I realized that female Corin in every design doesn't wear pants. Only long boots that open into an honest-to-God fucking panty window! God fucking damn it, Fire Emblem! Anyway, Alt 4 is the presumably pantyless male Corin as he appears in the Hoshidan royalty uniform. It's got some minor adjustments when put side by side with his female counterpart, but nothing too crazy. Alt 5 is a black, edgy costume based on how Corin looks when you go down the Norian path. Panty window notwithstanding, I actually really like this design. The black and gold complements each other very well, and the fluffy at the ends of the gloves looks nice. Alt 6 is a male counterpart with even more fluff on the arms. He's looking very good. I want to be done. Please let me be done. Her classic ult is another fully unique design, drawing from how other Dragon Girls looked back in Fire Emblem's NES days. A bit of wrappings added to her wrists and ankles to give her some of that same shape language as the wacky armor does. I think it looks nice, at least. And that's Corin! Despite my misgivings with Corin existing, I actually think these guys turned out super good. I've become a little more okay with them after this experience. I can't tell if it's Stockholm Syndrome or if I'm enjoying this. Anyway, moving on. Prom! Bro got his chance. That shit is crazy. There's only so many times I can go, yeah, we've got some good stuff here, but I'm gonna give him actual costumes that references games, you know? Once again, we have a character who only gets recolors and can use some outfits. Whoop-de-doo. Anyway, his first ult is the default appearance that I loathe so much in his blues and whites and such. He's looking hot and sexy, I think. He's canonically a dad, so this man is a DILF. A dad I'd like to play golf with and have fun times. Alt 2 is a red variant, not only mirroring Marth's, but also from the same event as Marth's. He gets possessed by a dragon dude or something, and he looks cool. Alt 3 is based on Stahl, a dude from Fire Emblem Awakening. He's super green, bringing a nice bit of color to Chrom's alt selection. Alt 4 is the Shadow again. This one doesn't even exist. I just wanted them all to match. Please, God, help me. For the record, since this is our last Shadow alt, these are pulled from their appearances as an illusory hero in Fire Emblem Shadows of Valentia, from when you can scan an amiibo in-game and obtain their unit. That means the only characters that actually have these looks are the Fire Emblem characters that are in Smash, so I think it's a cool reference of a reference. Chrom didn't have an amiibo at the time that I'm aware of, so he didn't get one, but if everyone else gets one, then, you know. Alt 5 is his appearance as a Great Lord, fully decked out in armor. Like I said with Leukemia, armor just makes characters cooler, man. I love him in armor. Alt 6 is based on Frederick, one of Chrom's deputies in a previous Royal Knight, according to the FE Wiki. He was actually with Chrom and Lisa when they initially find Robin in a field, not a joke, and is one of Chrom's closest friends. Why does he not have an alt based on him then? Who knows? Alt 7 is fucking hell! Jesus Christ! It's based on his appearance in Tokyo Mirage Sessions FE Sharp, where he's a Persona. From Persona. You know, the one with Joker. If this one was in the game, I could absolutely see Sakurai doing a picture of the day with this Chrom alt skin and Joker posing together or something. Like Joker had Chrom as his Persona. I just think it'd be neat. Alt 8 is a red variant of his Tokyo Mirage Sessions FE Sharp design that appears in-game. Not a whole lot to bring up here, so I'll just say that I looked for Tokyo Mirage Sessions FE Sharp designs for literally the rest of the roster, but I couldn't find any for the other Smash characters, which did legitimately shock me. But hey, Marth and Chrom got them, so it worked out, I think. Alt 9 is a variant based on what he looked like on the NES, like we did for Ike and the Loch Ness Monster. I gave him this neat toga thing to give him some of that sweet, sweet asymmetry. His tits are out. Cover them up, slut. And that's Chrom. Honestly, these turned out super fucking well. Probably one of my favorite sets of alts in this video. That I feel like I could say the same for all of them. I don't know. I like how they turned out. We're in the final stretch now, boys and girls. Let's fucking go! Byleth. Honestly, beyond not having their promotion get up, these alts are both super strong. But, like, okay, this is such a small thing, but it drives me up a fucking wall that they have the green spoiler Byleth and, like, a black fit, and then they have regular Byleth and this weird off-purple fit. Why did they do that? Either just include one and have the fit be accurate, or just have them both be accurate. What? These are the things that keep me up at night, man. Alt 1 is Fem Byleth because it's the better design by a lot, and Byleth's final form after canonically transitioning in their Smash reveal trailer.
Too many swordsmen, are there?
Oh yeah, Byleth gets a set of Zero alts too. In this instance, her hair and eyes turn green from when Byleth went all green mode in their own game. Alt 2 is male Byleth, looking boring as usual. He's in all black and he looks like a knight, and... I cannot believe Fem Byleth didn't get an amiibo. Like, that pisses me off so much. Alt 3 is based on her appearance as her final Enlightened 1 class in Fire Emblem Three Houses. It's actually a class exclusive to when Byleth goes all green mode, which is why it's the default variant on this one. Her Zero ult gives her blue hair back, though. Alt 4 is the male variant of the Enlightened 1 fit, which actually does look better than the Fem variant, I think. It actually looks like a whole new outfit rather than just slapping a cape over her current clothes. Alt 5 is a recolor based on Dimitri, the leader of the Blue Lion's house. Yeah, I went ahead and kept the three house leaders as alts, since it just makes sense to me. They're basically like secondary protagonists on each of their routes. Speaking of which, Alt 6 is a recolor based on Edelgard, the leader of the Black Eagles route. I actually did Black Eagles whenever I played the game, and holy moly, that shit was nuts! I'd like to go back and finish the other two routes at some point, but fucking hell, that game is too long. Alt 7 is based on Cloud, the leader of the Golden Deer House, the Team Instinct of Fire Emblem Three Houses. Poor guy doesn't even have a loyal second-in-command. She'll stab him in the back gladly. This shit makes me sad. Alt 8 is actually a full new costume based on Byleth's Sothis regalia from Three Houses. This dresses her as Sothis herself, the god that lives inside Byleth's head. Since Sothis naturally has green hair, that's what I'm rolling with as the default here too. And finally, Byleth's classic ult is redrawn quite a bit, giving him a new face shape and everything, but he also has a new fit based on the student's uniform in Three Houses. This is also an unlockable costume in the game proper. I just tweaked it to make it look a bit more quote-unquote classic. I'm with male Byleth as a classic ult since I went ahead and gave Fem Byleth that full-on new and unique outfit for the Sothis costume, so it only really felt fair to give male Byleth the same here. And here we are, the final scroll for the final Fire Emblem character. I'm done. Holy shit, I'm done! I'm free! Yeah! Let's go! Don't expect me to do this again. God, fuck, Jesus Christ on a cracker, I'm free! I don't have to draw another Fire Emblem character ever again! If you commented on me saying F-E sharp instead of sharp F-E, you lose 10 points. I can never find a decent PNG for fucking anything. And when I'm trying to look up a shitty PNG for a gag, I find the crispest Uncrustables PNG you've ever seen. It's fucking transparent already. It looks so good. Why?